Welcome to Fanatic Farms.
Guys, welcome back to another Fanatic Farms video. Today we are going to 1993 and we're looking at one of the best toy lines to ever be released by Kenner, and that's Jurassic Park. Couldn't tell we were doing Jurassic Park toys, then this didn't give it away. But never mind. Yeah, so in 93, like I say, we got a plethora of dinosaurs, and we got 5 human characters to go with these figures, these dinosaurs. And then again in 1994, when the second series came out, the second wave came out, we got an extra 12 figures. Granted, 5 of those figures were repainted to the previous series. We had an extra remold of Alan Grant, but we also got new characters, and I absolutely love this toy line. Especially the second series. I know it's harder to get hold of, and prices on the secondary market are crazy expensive. But it got me thinking. Everybody gets a lot of love from that movie. Like Alan Grant, Ellie, Tim, Lex, Dennis, Jeff, Ian Malcolm. They get a lot of love. But I want to look at the staff of Jurassic Park. So we're going to look at my Kenner staff figures. That makes sense? Yeah, let's just have a look at them, shall we? These are the ones I own. So before I get even into that, I just want to say, because I don't repeat myself again and again and again, I absolutely adore the packaging for the Jurassic Park toy line. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It always caught my eye. And I like the fact that when the 30th anniversary toys came out, they remade that. I said that in my previous Ian Malcolm glider escape video. I just think it's such an epic toy line. I'm always drawn to that packaging. If I'm at a toy fair, I see that packaging, I'm there in a second. Generally can't buy it because it's so expensive now, but I'm there. But anyway, let's have a look at my first figure, which is the Jurassic Park's Game Warden, and that is Robert Muldoon. So the front of the box is here. Yeah, I just, like I say, I love this stuff. Excuse me. This is very similar, like, style to the Alien figures I've said before. How everything is there in the blister. You know exactly what you're getting. You see the weapon, you see the hatchling, the figure, the card. There's no hiding stuff. I like that. Also on the front of the packaging, he advertises his firing trank bazooka. Now, a common thread in the Jurassic Park toy line is there was no weapons per se. Like, no one really had a gun, I don't think. Maybe the evil trackers or whatever they're called, stalkers. This guy. They had guns and knives, but like, we have a trank bazooka, or Robert Muldoon has a trank bazooka. There's no guns. What was it? Ian Malcolm has that giant bazooka trank launcher thing at the back of the Jeep that has trank missiles. So there's no real like bullets. But yeah, that's pretty much all you can say about the front of the box. Let's flip it around. Wrong side. That side. Let's flip that around. And we get the product shots. And I love it. You know I like my product shots. No diorama this time. But we get photographs of the... Where are we at? Product shots. Yeah, sorry. I'm reading. We get the photos of the 5 human characters you get in the toy line. We get the 6 basic dinosaurs. The 2 electric dinosaurs, the Raptor and the Red Rex. Yeah. And also on top, very similar to like the Alien toy line, we have photos explaining how the toy works, how the play feature works. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the back of the box as well. So, as I said, and you know I like them, we get a bio card, and on the front of the bio card, it's I generally can't remember, so I'm just going to put a picture up it here. That's the bio card. But on the back, I can do this bit. It reads, Robert Muldoon, Muldoon with Tyrannosaurus Rex hatchling, king of the tyrant reptiles. So this is weird because it does the height, length, and all that lot of the dinosaur, not the human character, or do a bio on that one. So Don't get confused. When it says length and it's 46 feet, it means the T-Rex. Weight is approximately 6 to 7 tons. Diet is meat. Period is late Cretaceous, approximately 65 to 70 million years ago. And the range is North America. So that's just explaining the Rex. For Robert Muldoon, the Tyrannosaurus Rex hatchling must seem like a litter of playful puppies. But when fully grown or even half grown, a Rex has a fearsome, deadly hunter, capable of destroying a Jurassic Park explorer to get to the people inside with its huge size, incredible strength, and razor-sharp teeth. It's easy to see why the Tyrannosaurus Rex was the king of the dinosaurs. So that's the little bio thing that comes with it. So that's in my head. I don't know if they did this on purpose. Saying about breaking. We were talking about. It's implying for the scene in the movie, and also the fact that this guy has dino damage, and you've got the baby juvenile raptor Rex as well in the toy line. I think it's kind of trying to tie it all in together. And then dino trivia. When was the first Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton discovered? No. And the answer is in 1902, North Montana. It was first described by Henry Fairfield Osborne in 1905. So that was a guy that first discovered a T-Rex. And so here we go. This is my Robert Muldoon. Understand. You know what? I like this thing. Sadly, I am missing his collector's card. I am missing a second Trank missile. But doing research for this, I did find out that sometimes they came pre-packaged with missing the one missile. It was kind of a problem. And there was also ones where he was packaged on an Ellie Sattler card as well. And also, just because I can, this is a picture of the second wave Robert Muldoon in his green. But I don't really have an issue with this figure. I think it looks cool. I would love it if he had his hat. I like the fact that he has the knife sculpted on there, got a gun holster, the vest, vest. But yeah, if he had the hat, that would be pretty epic. Articulation-wise, with all of these characters is basic. It's 5 points. So you've got the arms, bend at the hips, so the legs can go up and down. That's going to be loud. Arm again, like I say, legs can do that, and the head rotates a little bit on this one. I don't know if it's just because it's tight, but I have a couple of Robert Muldoons, and most of them, their heads do spin. So, and he also comes with his little backpack, and I do like the sculpt on that. And then yeah, he comes with his Trank bazooka, and it has a little hole. I don't know if you can see just there. And what you do is you put his thumb in the hole, and he holds it like so. Robert Muldoon is one of my favorite characters from the franchise. I was gutted to learn later on in life that Bob Park. I hope I get that right. It's really wrong. Passed away, because I have quite a few autographs from the movie of the characters. I would have loved to have met this man and get his autograph, but things aren't what it is. But still, and yes, I know Kenner is renowned for having figures that look Jurassic Park Kenner is renowned for having figures that look nothing like their movie counterparts, and that is because they weren't. The actors weren't cast when the toys were in production. They were based on the books. This is why the Dennis Nedry figure turned up in my You're Meant to Be Who Now video, because he looks nothing like Wayne Knight. This doesn't look anything like Bob Park or Parker or whatever his name is. But yeah, it's just such a wicked toy. And with him, we get the baby, a baby T-Rex hatchling. And for a long, long time, I generally thought this was a raptor, just because, you know, in the movie he gets killed by the raptors and he's all about the raptors. He barely spends any time with the T-Rexes, but the scene where they go and rescue Ian Malcolm's the only time I think you see Robert Muldoon with the T-Rex or in T-Rex presence. So yeah, it made more sense to make this a raptor to me, but yeah, this is a baby T-Rex hatchling, which, if you've seen my other videos, you know, I've done the Red Rex, I've done the Juvenile Rex or the Junior Rex. The colour scheme is just a bit off, but it does stand nicely. It's, he says, knocking over. So yeah, that's Robert Muldoon. Right, let's move on to the next one, shall we? Okay, let's just put you up here with the car. Next one we have is going to be Dennis Nedry, and yes, the infamous Dennis Nedry Kenner Jurassic Park figure that looks nothing like Wayne Knight. There we go. Let's just get that out of the way, shall we? Alright, this is the box. And what more can I say? It's exactly the same kind of thing as the Robert Muldoon box, just to explain, showing off that it comes with a trank spray. I think that's what it's called. Let's have a quick look. Yep. A trank spray gun and dino damage arm. And admittedly, this is the only human character out of the first wave that came with dino damage. The Evil Stalkers came with it in the second wave, but yeah, the Dennis Nedry character, don't know why, is the only one in wave 1 and wave 2 main cast that has dino damage. But yeah, so the front of the box, exactly the same as that. Got a bio card, we've got everything on the front there again, so there's nothing much to talk about. And then if we flip, wrong side, this one, flip that around, we've got the back, and we have the same product shots and stuff like that. And it just has the photos explaining how the spray gun works. You know, you put it in water, you squeeze the bellows, it sucks the water up, you squeeze it. But yeah, so we get rid of that. His bio card says, let's put the bio card up here now. Nedry with Dilophosaurus hatchling, 2 crested reptiles. So again, we're talking about the dinosaur now. Length is 20 foot. That's really long, actually. Weight is 1,000 pounds. Diet is meat. Period is early Jurassic, approximately 180 to 190 million years ago. So the Dilophosaurus is one of the few dinosaurs in Jurassic Park to come from Jurassic Park. And the range was North America again. The little blurb says, Dino Nedry, blinded and immobilized by the spray of the venom from a Dilophosaurus, meet a gruesome end in Jurassic Park, even though it's uncertain whether or not a Dilophosaurus could actually spit venom or had jaws powerful enough to wrestle down large prey. It was definitely a meat eater, definitely a meat eater that was big enough to wreak havoc on a human with its claws and razor-sharp teeth. And I think that was Kenner's way of getting around the fact that the movie made up, or Michael Crichton made up the fact that the Dilophosaurus spits acid. There's been no evidence ever found in the fossil records that Dilophosaurus could do that. It was made up for the movie. So yeah, that was kind of way of getting around that, I think. And then the dino trivia was, what was the function of the tall crest on Dilophosaurus's head? And the answer is, nobody knows exactly, but it's proposed that they're used for social behavior purposes, such as an identifying feature to attract a mate. So that's pretty much what that crest thing was in his head. But yeah, like I say, this is mine, and you can see where they were going from. You know, he was the villain of the movie. He looks like a villain with the sunglasses, the gun strapped to his stomach, the black gloves. He does come with this gas mask thing. I'll show you again a bit closer, which I do like. I think that is well sculpted. And I suppose he wears that so when he sprays the dinosaurs, he doesn't get affected by the trank spray. But that's just like a soft rubber that comes off. And then you can see the face, clear it. And this is the second wave, the red jumper, Dennis Nedry. They made him a little bit more porkier. Try and make him look a bit more like Wayne Knight, but nah, never mind. And yeah, he can hold. He's got a little trank gun that he can hold. Thank you, computer. Needs to know that. You hold like that, and then that's the back of it. And like you say, you put the gun in the water, you squeeze the bellows, these bits here, and it sucks the water up, and then you could just stand in front of your hatchling Dilophosaurus, which is a pain to keep standing up. He's got tiddly little piddly legs. And yeah, I actually have two of them. I think that's the better one. This one just does not want to stand. See? And then yes, like I say, you have the Dilophosaurus like that, you squeeze it, the water would spray out and spray the dinosaur. And the other feature this guy has, which like I say, doesn't appear in any others, stay there, is his dino damage. And what that is his arms can pop off. And you can see right through. But I love the fact they put red in there to make it look a bit like blood. So when you're recreating movies and stuff like that, like I used to as a kid, T-Rex would always like attack Dennis and be like biting him. He'd be hanging out his mouth, like arm hanging off. But he also does have articulation even with the thing, because like I say, his arms are ratcheted, so he can do 360 still if you're not wearing the backpack, because this one gets in the way. Head does rotate, and the legs do fold up. So yeah, that is the IT specialist for Jurassic Park, Dennis Nedry. And you know, I do like the fact that he's never actually classed as dying in the movies. No one ever knows what happens to him. They assume he gets killed, but they never actually know. And it's kind of brought up in the second film when they're talking about the amount of people that died in the park. The numbers don't add up because they don't know about Dennis. I think that's kind of a nice little touch. So we'll put him up here with the goat. Right, and now we move on to scroll my notes down. The second wave toys, and this is what I really do like, because these aren't based on anybody from the movie. These are completely made up toys, made up characters, and I think they're wicked. And the first one we're going to look at is what we're looking at: Dino Tracker Sergeant T-Rex Turner. And like I say, this is from the 1994 wave. This is this box here. And again, very similar to the original Wave 1 toys. We now have the Dino Tracker in big, bold blue and yellow writing. But yeah, I love it. I don't remember seeing these as a kid. That's the weird thing. I remember seeing Series 1 toys everywhere. I never remember seeing Series 2. And I'll tell you what, Series 2 toys I absolutely love. Whoa. Getting the Demon Carnotaurus. Yeah, love to get that. The Screaming Gallimimus as well. That is definitely up on my wish list. And I still need one more of these human characters as well. But this one, like I say, advertises it comes with a launching compound bow. And then that's pretty much it. We've got, again, the Dino card, which is now blue, and it's scenes from the movie. We've got the toy, the figure, the weapon, and the hatchling dinosaur. Now, if you flip it around, which side are we on? We're on this side. Flip that around. We've got the back of the blister pack, and we have the product shot of Series 2 figures now, and the Series 2 dinosaurs with capture gear. That was a cool thing about the Series 2 stuff. They now came with capture gear as well, which was handy for when they got to the Lost World toy line. We also got the 3 Dino Tracker humans, and sadly as well in the bottom corner there we see the unproduced repaint of the vehicles, which people have done like custom jobs, but yeah, never got them sadly. We also had the pictures on how to use the compound bow, and that is kind of a pain in the butt. I'll show you in a minute. But the bio card we got on this one has a picture from the movie on this one. And what is it? Oh, it's Ellie dealing with the sick Triceratops. Okay, so the card reads, personnel file now, Sergeant T-Rex Turner. So name, Sergeant T-Rex Turner. Specialist, wildlife management, Dino Tracker leader. So he's the charge this new group of human characters. His background: over 20 years experience in animal management in Kenya's Mazia Mara. Oh no, some game preserve. I butchered that name, but I'm really sorry. Headed up East Africa's most successful anti-poaching program. So he's an anti-poacher, dino management of Jurassic Park. And then it says movie moments. How do you treat a sick dinosaur at Jurassic Park? Keen observation skills and smart detective work by Ellie helped diagnose the Triceratops' mysterious illness. The dino will have to watch out for poisonous vegetation, and she'll feel better in no time. So that's kind of agreeing that the Triceratops in the movie did eat the West Indian lilac. It's never really explained in the movie what happens, but for those that don't know, in the movie, where dinosaurs eat stones to help grind up their food, so they would eat the stones, which would have the berries around them, and they'd accidentally eat the berries. Then after a few weeks, the stones would wear down, so the dinosaurs would be sick and bring them back up, and they bring up the berries as well. That's why it happened every 6 to 8 weeks. But that's pretty much what it was. The dinosaur did actually eat the berries, but just made herself sick, so that's why they went in the dinosaur feet, the big pile of shit. Dinosaur trivia. What was the purpose of the Triceratops bony neck frill? The answer is the frill helped protect Triceratops' neck and shoulders from injuries and during attack. So that was it, pretty much. His card, we'll get rid of that. And this is my one. I absolutely love this. And he has a hat. Why didn't they give Robert Muldoon a hat? But he does have a hat, and that's so cool. Downside for this figure is he is sculpted in this pose, which is annoying if you don't have the compound bow. But like I say, he does come with, yeah, see, he looks like he's dancing or going to open a door for someone. But again, he has the knife sculpted onto his leg. He's got the gun. He's got this really cool, like, armor jacket thing. His backpack's quite nice. It's like a remold of Robert Muldoon's. The Jurassic Park logo there on his arm. This wicked cool hat. I wish. And then we had another Jurassic Park logo there. But that hat, I really wish Robert Muldoon had that hat as well. The compound bow comes with these bullets, these tranq bullets. And the idea is you are actually meant to be able to fire it. Wow, that nearly went off the table. But yeah, you've got this like plastic string here, which is very brittle, so I don't really like playing with it. Downside is trying to get him to pose holding said bow and arrow, well, compound bow, because as you can see, you put it in his hand, it actually sticks out quite far from his backhand, so it looks a bit weird. You can hold on, he says you can, yeah, you can kind of gently put it in, but then the bow's facing down. There we go. And then once you put the arrow in as well, it just wants to fall off. It's a cool idea. I just don't think it worked too well, because I am very nervous about breaking the string. So generally, I don't have, the arrow. So it looks a bit stupid now. See what I mean? So yeah, usually he's got that in his backpack. And then with him, again, it's just not sculpted just right. And I think they use this again, the arrow for the bow and arrow for Water World toys, I think. But yeah, with Sergeant T-Rex Turner, we get this beautiful baby Triceratops hatching, and I do think this looks a lot better than the one that comes with Ellie Sattler. I prefer the color scheme in this one. I just think it looks really cute. So yeah, that is the leader of the Dino Trackers, Sergeant T-Rex Turner. Again, wish he had a hat. And my favorite one out of all of this line, and this is the reason I started collecting Series 2 toys, was this guy. This is Series 2 George Jackson. I freaking love this guy. This is the front. This is the front of the box. Sorry. Same as Sergeant T-Rex Turner, but this one advertises a hair trigger trap, capture trap. And then on the back as well, we flip that round. Yeah, flip that around. Sorry, I have to remember these things. It's got the figures again of all the the same as T-Rex Turner. It has all of those toys, and I tell you what, the more I look at this kind of stuff, the more I really need to get hold of more Series 2 toys. I'd love it. I know a lot of them are repaints and stuff like that, but seriously, like the Gallimimus, I love it. So forth, and the Demon, again, I would sell my soul maybe for that one. Yeah, I see them going on sale and stuff. It's like £400 or £500 sometimes. That it's just expensive, Carnotaurus. I also kind of need to get the capture chopper as well. If I've got staff for Jurassic Park, I really should have their vehicles. But yeah, anywho, I'm waffling. And then the bio card. I have the bio card for this guy. This one I do have, and it is the Raptor in the kitchen scene. For those that don't know, as this scene happens, the door opens, the Raptor steps in. You can see a hand come from behind the wall and steady the Raptor. It's one of those weird little bloopers that I can never unsee now, and because I can't unsee it, you can't unsee it. But yeah, just the Raptor opens the kitchen door to attack Tim and Lex. It leans forward a little bit, and someone off screen puts a hand out and pushes it down just to hold it in place. So yeah, this one just says George Jackson. Let's read it off here. It just makes life a lot easier. So, personal file of George Jackson. Name, George Jackson. Specialty is paleozoologist. Background, one half Blackfoot Indian with a PhD from Columbia University. Ran the most comprehensive grizzly bear tracking study ever conducted. So he tracks bears, really. Movie moment. Whether outside or indoors among unfamiliar unfamiliar surroundings, Velociraptors is an unrelenting foe. It will take quick thinking, along with a little luck, to escape these fearless enemies. So basically, it's just saying about trying to outrun these guys in the movie. And dino damage. How large could Velociraptors become? A Velociraptor fossil indicates they were only 6 feet long, but recent discoveries discovered remains of a larger cousin, the Utah Raptor. They're about 15 to 20 feet long, and I think again this is to kind of make up the fact that the raptors in Jurassic Park are so huge. They're more in scale with the Utah Raptor more than the actual proper Velociraptor. They're like chicken size, so I don't even know what they're saying about being 6 feet long, unless that's nose to tail, but not the height. But yeah, that's another one from Series 2 I'd love to get, as a screaming Utah Raptor. Alright, and this is my one. And I will explain why this guy is my favourite, because his trap is a bit much. You know, this big old hunking grey thing on his back, which can come off, and I will admit, mine is broken. Because what you're meant to do, unclip his backpack, you fold the antenna down, you leave it out like that, like flat, just move you to one side, and then you get one of your dinosaurs come along, you push the button down, and then the trap would snap close like a bear trap. But mine, spring system, I bought it like this, doesn't work. And also, what's kind of cool is it has handles on it. So what you can do is jaws can hold trap like so. And then you can literally just walk up to a dinosaur, push it, and then that snap around its head. So it's a bit harsh, but the rotary, and then that's the kind of little harness thing, literally just clips on. It's not even a real backpack. Like that. But the two main reasons I love this figure and I bought this figure is one, just look at that. Get my hair. Wait, come on, there we go. Look at this. You ignore the gold armor paneling. He looks like a proper ranger from Jurassic Park. He kind of looks like Dr. Harding, you know, the one that's dealing with the sick Triceratops. Kind of looks a bit like that in the outfit choice. Like I say, I wouldn't have the gold, and I love the red cap because it reminds me of the drivers as well, for the pick 'em up in the movie. And he comes with a torch. Right, he's the only figure that comes with a torch. So, like when I've done in the past, I've remade the scene where Ellie and Robert Muldoon are looking for the car, and they've both got torches. I can finally give a torch to one of the figures. It's so cool, and in fact, he holds it. I love it. So yeah, that's the reason why he looks like he works for the park. I think he is just the most amazing sculpt and I would like to have a couple more of these guys just to have them like listed around if I ever do dioramas and stuff like that. That makes sense. And what's weird about Jaws is we talk about the Velociraptor and the Biocard and all that kind of stuff, but we get another Dilophosaurus hatchling. You would think, well, there is no Velociraptor hatchlings. I think the first ones came out in the Lost World series. But yeah, because it's what with the evil guys, it's Baryonyx and the Carnotaurus with Harpoon Harrison, which is the third member of this team, which I would love to get my hands on. He comes with a Brachiosaurus hatchling. And the resculpts, yeah, I don't think there is actually a Velociraptor. I might be wrong. I'll have to look it up again. But yeah, we get this orange and black Dilophosaurus now. And he can stand up pretty nicely. But yeah, that's it, guys. I know I've waffled on a lot and I've just jibber jabber. But like I say, this is my look at my 4 Kenner toys from the Jurassic Park line. And I've done these ones because they worked, well, they worked for the park. I know I could have done like employees of InGen, which then I could have like the Lost World figures, but this is just Jurassic Park figures. All right, until next time, guys, take it easy and I'll see you soon. Bye.